Alright boys, it is time. It's time to max up good old Lady Annabelle, and it is also time to max up good old Skrank. We've got the food ready to go, and we're going to do it live right now. Finish this champ training tournament in style with a massive dump of points. It's going to be awesome, but before we get to that, I guess I just want to touch on, how do you know which champs to max up next on your account, right? Especially as a newer player. It's like half of the game to just figure that out, and you don't want to be wasting your resources, man. So here's some quick pointers that are going to help out the newer players who follow along with this channel when it comes to deciding which champs you want to take up to 60 next, because I think it's actually a bit more simple than it seems. I think a massive problem, to be honest, is that a lot of the time more experienced players will say things like, oh, well, okay, just max up your starting champ. Get your starting champ up to 60. Well, okay, that's easily enough done. I get that. I see why that's a good thing as a new player, right? And then they'll say things like, then you want to build your clan boss team. You want to start building a team to take on clan boss. And like, as a new player, what does that even mean? What kind of champs are even good against clan boss? As a really, really new player, what even is clan boss, you know? Like, you're so lost as a new player. I think that the more veteran players sometimes forget just how much stuff there is to learn as a newbie in Raid. And so, here is a quick breakdown of how to get through your first year in Raid Shadow Legends, upgrading your Neds. Now, first things first, for any of the brand new players out there, if you're looking to get a fresh start and kickstart a new Raid Shadow Legends account, you can do so by clicking on the promo link down below at the top of the video description to start off that new account with a free epic champion in the form of a super powerful single target nuker in the form of Juliana. And as well as Juliana, you'll also be starting off your account with a whole bunch of starting rewards, including silver and chickens. By using that link, you also support the channel over here as well. So hell, it would really mean a lot to me. So you're just getting started in Raid. Your account is in the first 2 to 3 months, right? It's in that very raw early beginner stage. What kind of champions should you be looking to max out? And when we say max out, we mean level all the way up to level 60 and fully ascend them in the tavern. And you might not be able to get all of these roles covered in the first 2 to 3 months, depends how much you play and whether or not you're spending, right? But you at least want to be holding on to certain champion types that cover these roles. So the champ types you're going to be looking for in these first 3 months are going to be buffers, debuffers, 10-meter controllers, nukers, and poisoners. For me, I feel like these 5 champion types are the most crucial for you to be maxing up in the first 3 months of your Raid account. To break these down just a tiny bit, for your buffers, you're really looking for increased speed and increased attack champs, right? Champs who can bring those buffs, for me, feel like the most fundamental buffers that you gotta have on the team. The poisoner that you're looking to build, well, it can be any old poisoner, but the poisoner is what is going to be the core of your damage to get you started against clan boss, right? The demon lord boss that you can only fight against once you have joined a clan. These 5 roles are going to cover a hell of a lot of bases and just get you started in the very low stages of dungeons, of the potion keeps, all of that kind of stuff. And if it's not exactly, if you're very new to the game and you don't even know what those things are, it will be explained in time. Just be on the lookout for rare and epic quality champs that kind of fit these molds. Next up, you've got the 3 to 6 month bracket, and this is where things start to get a little bit more specialized, a little bit more granular, right? You've covered a lot of your bases. With the earlier champion types, you're looking to just cover as many bases as possible with as few champs as possible, because you're really just getting started, right? Over the 3 to 8 month phase of your account, things are starting to get a bit more specialized, right? Provoker tanks, HP burners, AoE crowd controllers, arena 10-meter champs. Those guys become very important, right? Revivers and single target nukers who are going to specialize against very specific bosses in things like Doom Tower. And yeah, a lot of these champion types are just going to start to help you push more difficult stages in dungeons, right? They're going to help you out against things like Doom Tower bosses that you're starting to unlock at around this sort of lifespan area of your account. Particularly the HP burner is going to be great into Spider. Same thing with the AoE crowd controllers. You're probably starting to push slightly harder difficulties in things like faction wars, and so getting some revivers built out, ideally 1 for every faction, would be great. Is going to start to help you out quite a bit as well. Not that you're expected to build all of these champions over this 3 to 8 month period, by the way. That's a tall ask. What I'm saying is you're going to be on the lookout for champions that kind of fit these roles over this time period. And then I guess 6 to 8 months and beyond, right, as you're sort of like entering the mid-game phase of your account, which, by the way, is a very like elusive phrase to define. Everyone's got a different idea of where the mid-game begins in Raid. This is when you start to switch focus into Hydra specialists and faction specialists overall, right? You're trying to get at least one good nuker in at least like half of the factions across your account so you can deal with many, many different areas of the game, secret rooms, faction wars, all of that kind of stuff, right? And to be honest, once you've been playing Raid for 6 to 8 months and beyond, you probably don't need to be watching this video so much, you know? Oh hell, maybe you've got better advice than me at that point, you know? So if you're more of a veteran player, what kind of champs are you looking for? If you've been playing the game for more than a year, what kind of champs are you looking to max out next? Is it just about incremental improvements against Hydra? Or is it some other metric that you use to kind of pick which champs you're going to take up to max next? But alright man, enough of that. This is the current champion training event rewards track, and oi, we are very, very close to getting our hands on the good old legendary skill tome. So you know what? We're going to go ahead and just get these levels doled out right now, goddammit, right now. So Annabelle, she's going to be helping me out a lot against a very, very specific challenge in Doom Tower, and that is, of course, Bommel. So I'm going to go ahead and, dude, I've even pumped like a whole bunch of levels, of course, into this 5-star food just to get myself more champ training points. So we're going to go ahead and go ahead and get that done. And dude, it's finally time to get rid of the Skelly as well, man. This is a champ I really, really shouldn't have taken all the way up to 50. Why did I ascend him? What was I doing, man? He was helping me out on one of the potion keeps really, really early on, but okay. Lady Annabelle, boom. 6 stars. Feeling good about that. We've also got good old Skrank, which, again, this guy is going to be our HP burner. He's the first attack all enemies, apply HP burn to everything on our account. And man, I am ready to pump up his artifacts as well after this too. That's going to be awesome to get done. Let's go ahead and upgrade his rank though for the time being. I'm going to save my chickens, by the way. I just don't like to spend chickens until I have like a massive, massive stockpile ready to go. And even then, I like to save them for emergencies, for any kind of events that I'm not ready for, you know? If I've got the food ready to go, then I'm just going to wait. Yeah, I'm going to get rid of this Skelly, man. It's time. It's time to get... He did a good job for me in the first, like, I don't know, 50 days of my account or something. It is time to get rid of this nerd. Ooh, dude, a 6-star Skrank, man. I'm so goddamn happy about that. Let me tell you. That's so good. Okay. Oi. Ooh. I'm just looking at Annabelle's artifacts right now. They're not great, man. They're not great. So she's 6-star, but we still need to pad out her gear a bit more. It's just good regeneration pieces that I'm really lacking. That said, I do have a ring that we could get super, super lucky with here. Maybe with like a triple roll into HP or something. So I'm going to just go ahead and try that first. Who knows, right? Oh, God, man. Middle fiddle across everything. Okay. I mean, I guess I'll just leave the ring where it is. Okay, what we do have to do though is take Skrank's gear, which I've already slapped him in a lot of pieces that I'm just very, very pleased with indeed. We've got some accuracy speed on these relentless pieces. Getting him that extra 10 I think is going to be super, super valuable because Skrank mostly excels in longer fights, right? He's a Spider's Den answer, solid into Hydra, and so, yeah. Longer fights is sort of Skrank's bread and butter, which is why I think that he's going to get pretty good value out of the occasional extra 10 in Relentless. And I've just put him in as much accuracy giving pieces as I possibly can. Going to go ahead and max these up. Just because it is currently a artifact enhancement event, bit of extra crit rate is actually fine on Skrank. I think that's grand. These Killstroke gauntlets, we don't have a complete set on these, of course, but dude, they managed to double roll into accuracy, which I'm pretty damn stoked about as well. Also, the attack percentage. I do want to do some damage, I think, right? Feels like I probably want to get some damage done. It can't be bad, right? We get into the crit damage. That's okay, I suppose. Not too bad. The ring, do we want to max this up? Probably not. Probably not. I'm sort of lacking on decent... Oh, what we can do, though, is get him in this neck piece, which you guys can't see. But it double rolled into accuracy, which is going to be just, I mean, really quite crucial. I think we're going to go ahead and max this up. Double accuracy roll is just saucy. Bit of extra crit damage. That's okay. Okay, so I guess we are going to actually send up Skrank. Get some big old upgrades on him, too. Get him up to 5. Do we just max him? Of course, man. Yeah, let's just get it done. Let's just get it done. Nice little quest complete. Lovely. Grand. All right. Go ahead. Get this neck on him. And then we have an accuracy banner here as well. Which, I don't know. Am I taking this up to 50? To 16? I don't think so, man. It's a decent amount of extra accuracy. Don't really have any better options, but I'll just whack it on him for now. That gives him 204 accuracy. That's not too bad, man. I think that we're fine to leave him where he is for the time being. Now, does that finishes the artifact enhancement event? It doesn't. We're not actually quite done with it just yet. How are we doing in the champ training then? Still got like 1,000 still to farm, man. Okay. Throw some of these guys in here for the grind. Just a bit of campaign grinding. Don't worry, I'm going to cut all of this out for you guys when the time comes. But I'm also farming up an extra little food champion in here as well, with the Felpup Doggo, which I think is really, really important too. It's never ever too early. Dude, this is a big tip. I wish somebody had told me this. It's never really too early to start grinding food champs and just throwing food champions into your guys while you're farming whatever to start preparing for the next champ training tournament or event. It might be 2 or 3 weeks away, bro. Those 2 or 3 weeks in raid will catch up to you very, very quickly indeed. Just start getting the food champs farmed up. Ideally, I mean, you want multiple guys ready to go at level 40, food champions that is, yeah, to feed your guys when the events begin. And alright, that'll about do it, man. Level 38, Annabelle ready to roll, and level 38, Skrank also kind of ready to go. Now, another tip for the new folks out there is that I'm not going to put any more levels into these guys via blasting the campaign, nor via the tavern. Now it is all about taking these guys into Minotaur's Labyrinth and blasting up their masteries this way instead. Oh, which I actually can't click right now. Why is Minotaur the best place to do this? Well, because of course we're going to be farming up masteries on these champs as well as experience at the same time. That's why you don't want to max these guys out in terms of level before they are ready to go into Minotaur, right? Just leave them at around like the halfway point or something. You can even start living the masteries a little bit earlier, but I think 38 is fine. Dude, I'm going to be taking Frozen Banshee, Wixwell, Skrank, and Lady Annabelle all into Minotaur at the same time. That's going to be 4 6-star champs, all farming experience and farming their masteries simultaneously. Oi, 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 oi. The value is going to be incredible. And how are we doing in the champion training event? Well, goddammit, we're not there quite just yet. Man, I was hoping we'd get a little bit closer than this, but that's okay. I can go ahead and finish up the rest of this event as well and pick up that happy little legendary skill tome on the side as well before the night is done. Alright guys, that is about gonna do it for this one. So hell, hope you all enjoyed. I hope that some of the tips that I shared in this video for the newer players out there are gonna be at least a little bit helpful. And as always, if you're looking to start up a new raid account, then make sure you do so and support this channel simultaneously by clicking on the promo link down below at the top of the video description to kickstart that new account with a free epic champion in the form of Juliana. Thanks again guys, I'm gonna catch all of you all just a tad bit later, man.